So let's talk about Android and the optimization battle they are having with Activision regarding Warzone. Cause after my last video, you guys really engaged with your comments, from the different ideas to your different opinions about that particular topic. I totally appreciate the feedback, and if you are new here, welcome to the channel and don't forget to subscribe. By the way, every gameplay in this video has been captured from different Android devices. When it comes to the topic of Warzone Mobile updates and global release, as we all know, most iOS devices has been doing really great. You see a lot of YouTubers on Twitter or X and on YouTube posting on how well the game plays, from the graphics to the 120 FPS, and I get it. These guys are using the best iPads out there, but also when it comes to the regular iOS devices from the iPhone 8 and upwards, the game still performs quite well. That's why we want to focus on Android devices in this video, which begs the question, can your Android device actually run Warzone Mobile after the global release? So let's start with something we know. Right now, a lot of people, you guys included, has complained with evidences to show that Warzone Mobile performs terrible on most Android devices. I've seen enough sample size to show this is actually the case. And there is always someone that says, just get an iPad. Personally, I don't support that kind of mindset, and I think it's a dumb thing to say, because this topic isn't only subjected to Android devices below the mid-range. Not only has the game struggled tremendously from low to mid-range Android devices, I've also seen complaints from Android devices you could consider high-end too. But always have in mind, majority of people from the mobile gaming community go on social media just to blow this kind of things up and then make it seem worse than it actually is. The worst are people with 6 to 7 year old devices saying, if COD Mobile plays smoothly on my device, why can't Warzone? I've also seen Android users claiming their device runs on Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 but with extreme horrible performance. Phones like the Red Magic 7 Pro with a lower chipset and a cooling fan getting 40 to 60 FPS, and the Red Magic 8 was said to perform even better than most iPads when it comes to 120 FPS consistency. There has also been a heat problem with the game, and this even affects iOS users, causing a huge amount of frame drops, while phones with cooling fans tend to show better results. And we also have to keep this in mind, low and mid graphics settings are locked on most of those devices as well. From the looks of it, Activision has been putting in work even after this last major update, releasing bug fixes and minor updates every few days. On the other hand, there has been a lot of talks floating around in the background about a different Warzone Mobile which is more optimized, especially for low-end devices, has better graphics with more advanced graphics setting, and even a lot of new features. But this version isn't currently accessible to us, as it would be only available on the global launch. I believe this statement might be true, but then a lot of you guys might have misunderstood what it really means. To make things clear, there is no way I can say I'm so sure about Warzone Mobile having a separate version for the global release, but there have been a lot of hints pointing towards that particular direction, and I would love to clarify on that. An example would be the announcement on Discord regarding the global launch of this game. They said, and I quote, "We have a specific call out for any of you on iOS that are using guest accounts as your primary login. Your guest account data is stored locally on your phone and does not automatically transfer to the new worldwide build." Emphasis on the new worldwide build. They went to further advise for your guest accounts to be synced to your Call of Duty account to preserve your progress. Although iOS was mentioned specifically, this might not necessarily mean Android devices won't be getting the same treatment. Well, I guess we'll find out after the global release. Another thing that gives me this impression of a different Warzone being released is the amount of content this game lacks. There is a lot that seems to be done when it comes to content, and also a lot of missing features, like the pop-up after a camo is unlocked or specific challenges being completed. You cannot save your class. There are a lot of missing perks in the game, and you cannot even customize the existing perk packages. I don't even want to mention the amount of bugs currently in the game, because that's another topic. This game has a lot of potential to be a great game, but that's solely based on how many devices can run the game on at least 30 FPS with decent graphics. So can your Android device actually run Warzone Mobile on global launch? The short answer is yes, if your phone reaches the requirements I will be showing you guys on the screen right now. If your phone doesn't reach this requirement, I'm afraid it won't run Warzone Mobile, at least not in a playable way. And that's all for today, guys. Let's head to the comments. I would love to know what you guys think about the global release in a few days, as most of these things are speculated news. Also, if you made it to the end of this video, drop a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe, turn on your notification, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.